This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Has this ever happened to you where you hear a song that you haven't heard in years, decades probably, and it might have come on the radio, or it might have been used in a movie soundtrack or on a TV show, or in the case I'm going to talk about today, as part of a TV advertising campaign. And you think, I haven't heard that song in I don't know how long. But I remember it being on the radio all the time when I was a kid, and I couldn't tell you who it's by, and I have no idea what it's called, but I definitely recognise it. And you won't rest until you've Googled it and found out who it's by and what it's called. Well, recently there's been a series of adverts on UK TV for Gala Bingo, featuring bizarrely hot air balloons. I know, I don't see the connection either, but there it is. And there's a piece of music that was used in that ad campaign which had a rather nifty little guitar solo in it that goes a bit like this. And it is, of course, the solo from Todd Rundgren's I Saw the Light. And, I can't tell you how many decades it's been since I heard that song on the radio regularly, but it was in the early 70s when I was about this tall. Just a song that you would hear all the time, and it brought back a lot of happy memories for me. So I thought that's why I'd tackle it today. Anyway, you've heard what the solo sounds like. Let's take a little bit of a look at what's going on in the solo.
Solo explanation.
Okay, beginning as always by taking a look at the chords we're playing over. They go like this. So all of those chords there, with the exception of that C7 at the end, are from the key of C major. It does start off with a rather sort of D minor kind of feel to it, or D minor 7. So you could, I suppose, make an argument that, it's actually in the D Dorian mode. But to my ear, it seems much more resolved when we hit that C major 7 chord in the penultimate bar. So I'm going to treat it as if it's just plain old key of C major and not worry too much about the modal stuff. The solo is in two halves. The first half is very definitely played with one of these things, a slide, and arguably there are bits of it later on where you can say, is that played on a slide or not? But all I did in my rendition was to only play the essential slide parts on slide. And for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm not going to bother using it. It just makes it easier for you to see which frets and strings my fingers are playing on. So we begin the solo with this little C major scale motif of A, B and C notes at the 10th, 12th and 13th frets on the second string. And then we come down, we go up to the 17th fret, the E note there, and slide down to the B at the 12th fret, all on the second string. So, and just as a little aside here, that little motif there, that rhythm is like one of the defining factors of this solo. It's a little trick I talk to all of my students about, which is to any lick that you play is made up of two elements. There are the notes that you're playing, and then there's the rhythm that you play them in. And one really useful little phrasing trick is what Todd Rundgren is doing here, which is to take the same rhythm and populate it with different notes. I mean, where else have you heard that? Well, take for instance a tune that might go there's a phrase played with a particular rhythm, and now here's different notes played with the same rhythm. Like that. Okay, another example might be a tune that goes like this. Two phrases, different notes, same rhythm. There's all of that going on in this solo with this kind of little motif. Anyway, we start off, as I say, with that. Then we play a little variation on it. Like that. And at this point we get the harmony part coming in. And if you notice on the actual performance that I did, this is where I just don't bother using the slide anymore. One of the licks, which is a big giveaway that there isn't a slide on this part, we're coming to in a moment. We go, there's that motif again. Let's have a look. So that there, basically. And you can hear that da-da-da going on multiple places in that phrase there. But that little hammer-on pull-off thing there, you couldn't do that with a slide. And there is a harmony part to that as well, which is a third above. We'll deal with that in a second, but let's finish off what I'm calling the guitar one part. Then basically we go, there's our motif again, and again, and again, or something like that. I might have tabbed it out slightly differently, but those are the notes involved. And as I say, there is a harmony part going on over the top of that, which is a third above. If you are a newbie to harmony and such matters, a third is basically 3 scale steps. So if we're counting, well, we're in the C major scale. If we count C as note 1, we have C, D, E. So E is note 3. So whenever a C note is being played by one guitar part, the E note is being played by another guitar part. So if we take a look at the harmony for that, is always a third above. Basically that, all the notes in this are 3 scale notes above the notes in this. Like that, and it just creates that beautiful harmonized sound. And yeah, the harmony part goes basically like this. Let me again just take a quick look at the tab. So we're starting up here at the 20th fret on the top E string. Once again, there's our little identifiable rhythmic motif that we're basing large parts of the solo on. And then where do we go after that? Need a bit more volume. There we go. So that last part there, let's go through that again. And I've tabbed that final high E note out as basically being a slide up to the 24th fret. But I haven't got one of those on this guitar, so I just did it with a bend at the 22nd. Like that. So, you know, it's an entertaining, accessible, fun little solo, and, you know, I'm glad that I rediscovered this song, and I've been enjoying listening to it on as part of my regular kind of set of playlists and stuff that I chuck on Spotify. But there you go, the solo from Todd Rundgren, rather, his song "I Saw the Light." Now you know what to do. Go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, that explanation you've just seen there, and a backing track to play along with yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As I'm sure you know by now, it's $3 or £3 a month to get access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. And of course, a massive heartfelt thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. That's where you'll find them. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little trip down memory lane with me, looking at, as I say, a fun little solo from the early 70s by Todd Rundgren. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 p.m. UK time. Beer, chat, a good time is had by all. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.